What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to talk about Emile Cioran, one of my favorite philosophers, and Georges Bataille and their work. Mostly two books. Emile Cioran's Heights of Despair and Georges Bataille on Nietzsche. Nietzsche, not Nietzsche, Nietzsche. People get that wrong a lot of times. So Georges Bataille is a French writer. He rejected, even though he sounds like a philosopher, he writes like a philosopher, he rejects the idea of him being a philosopher. He rejects that idea. He's an anthropologist. He studied human behavior. It's basically like a field of psychology. It's a field of psychology. And Emile Cioran, a real philosopher, he's not philosopher. I think he had a philosophy degree, but he's a nihilistic type of philosopher. He on Heights of Despair and Existence or whatever. I can't remember the other book, but he always writes about nihilistic point of view of, but lyrical. My favorite idea from Emile Cioran is being lyrical. Being lyrical is a great idea. It's like being in the moment. It's like YOLO, be in the moment, and shit doesn't matter. So YOLO, you only live once. Shit doesn't matter. Not shit doesn't matter, but like being lyrical is like emotionally, like it's a epistemology type of idea. Like your emotional and mental state is plus manifested to reality, manifested to metaphysics, to reality. So epistemology manifests to metaphysics is close to almost like the Buddha, but instead of ethics is metaphysics. Ethics is metaphysics. Almost ethical. It's almost ethical, but it's mostly metaphysical, but it's ethical. Like your reality and yourself and your mind state, like YOLO. Like I said, YOLO. Like being lyrical is like two people, just like a couple. It's like a couple, like damn, they're down on their luck. Their bills have to be paid. They don't got that much money. One of them just got fired. Damn, but they just enjoy their company. They enjoy each other's company, and they just watch some movies, eat some popcorn, and shit just doesn't work. Their kid is sick. The kid's in the hospital. They love each other. Then they spend time with their kid at the hospital. Lyrical. That's lyrical. YOLO. Enjoy life while you still have it. While you're because even though shit is bad, you're still living. Lyrical. That's basically it a little bit. Yeah. In the Heights of Despair, he talks about it in his second chapter, third chapter, somewhere in there. And Georges Bataille, he's a anthropologist, but he writes on like human behavior based on some mythology, based on mythology, just like Jordan Peterson based his personality disorders and all that based on Christian mythology, almost Christian mythology, and also on Nietzschean personality disorder and all that, like based on almost like some philosophers too, but I can't remember exactly. But yeah, but Georges Bataille is a little different, based on mythology, like on his book on Nietzsche, his first chapter. I think it was chapter or preface or chapter. I think yeah. He talks about sacrifice, like Jesus as a sacrifice, and he's almost a theologian. He's almost like a theologian, almost like a theologian, almost. But he's mostly an anthropologist, so he based his, like Jordan Peterson, he bases psychological ideas on mythology and theology. He based it on that. Like Jesus as a sacrifice and all that on his first few pages of his book. On Nietzsche. He's almost like a nihilistic, almost deistic Christian, almost like that, yeah. Nihilistic, deistic or agnostic theist type of idea on Nietzsche. So he questions his religion. George Patel questions his religion, his beliefs, his religious beliefs, but also talks about psychology because he's an anthropologist. And yeah, those two books you should read: George Patel's On Nietzsche and Emil Cioran, Heights of Despair. Two good books. So I just like to I like to share my thoughts on those two books, on those two philosophers. Well, one of them don't really think he's a philosopher. George Patel, he doesn't think he's a philosopher, but he writes like one. He writes like one. So yeah, that's about it. Peace the fuck out.